Mickey Maurer's been involved in, well, radio stations in Indianapolis before, still involved with the IBJ for a long time.
And camp.
And camp.
Don't forget he holds his camp.
Every summer he goes to camp.
Yeah, and he invites a lot of his friends to go with him. You probably, if you haven't heard of it, you're like, what are you talking about? Well, you'll want to watch this segment to find out.
Why don't you tell us a little bit about some of the things that are going on in your life today, some of the new things?
Well, we're very excited right now because Mickey's Camp starts in August. It's the 18th iteration of Mickey's Camp, and we have a men and a women's camp. And so we're very excited about collecting campers, as we do every year about this time. And Mickey's Camp is an opportunity for adults, it's an adult camp, to get together and learn adult skills. I researched and got the United States experts and professionals, all the things I wanted to learn, and called them up and recruited them to come to Indianapolis. And I told them it was going to be a charitable endeavor, and so most of them said, okay, we'll come, and come for nothing. We've raised millions of dollars. This is in the 17 years we've done this, and all going to Central Indiana Charity. So that's the way it's been ever since.
Let's talk a little bit about this new development. I understand that there's a documentary being made about you, and I'd love you to tell us a little bit about how that's going and when that might be released.
Isn't that awful, Glenn? I mean, it's terrible. My directive to this lady, this very talented lady, Julia Whitehead, I said, Julia, okay, you can do this, but you have to promise not to show the film until after I die. So I'm hoping that she'll keep that
Honor
promise.
that,
Yeah.
yes. Well, hopefully that'll be a long time.
Well, she wants me to hurry up the process so she can show the film.
So she can get it done?
Yeah.
Tell me about how it felt to be and do what you did down at IU, at your alma mater, with the gift in the building.
Well, it was a very bad time. Remember, we had a recession.
Yeah.
It was about that time, and things weren't going very well. So I made that pledge. It was a fairly large pledge, and I was feeling kind of, oh my gosh, what have I done? So on the way home from Bloomington, we hadn't had dinner, but all we could afford after that pledge was we had dinner at Steak and Shake that night.
Right.
So that was probably the highlight of giving the...
Of doing it, was a double cheese, all-American.
Yeah.
Where did you learn the fundamentals of business?
Well, when I was young, my father had a junkyard. That's how he made his living. And there's a big sign, it said, "We meet by accident."
Fantastic.
Yeah, so it was a family affair. And so I worked there every Saturday as a kid, and then every summer. I did learn my entrepreneurism there because at the junkyard, parts were for sale, and they had no price tags. So every single sale was a matter of negotiation. That's what entrepreneurs do.
Absolutely.
And so I was privileged to be part of that and negotiate with all kinds of people coming in. And they, particularly since they felt like since I was small and maybe starting at 10 years old, that they could take advantage of me. So what a great training ground to be able to engage in this great game of entrepreneurism at a junkyard where it's really where the rubber meets the road, particularly if you're selling a tire, I would say.
That's exactly right.
So
yes.
That's where I learned this wonderful game, and I enjoyed it immensely.
And you did all that before you had your driver's license.
Oh, way before.
Mickey, that's an incredible story. Thank you again for your time today. We really appreciate it. It was an honor to meet you. This is Glenn Bill for Boomer TV.